like a SEMO kids. So we gotta workshop the accent. I don't know what to tell you. Hey, forget about it. Where the eggs? My bacon, egg, and cheese. No, that's a bad accent. I get stuck in. I can do Italian American. that's something. Oh god. Okay. Alright, we're playing as Markus. So, this is kind of like a big contrast to the environment that we've just been in, I guess, in the sense that... And this is actually quite an interesting one because I think that some of the, like, classism apparent in... The underlying classism apparent in the game is that, like, Todd is the way that Todd is, and then the guy that Markus, like, is a unpaid servant, live-in servant for, is, who is a rich guy, is, like, the way he is. Who is that girl I see? Chat, we need to unionize to stop Sara from doing bad accents. No, you don't. You guys love it. Come on. I know you do. New York, best city in the world. Go Mets, love the Mets. Oh, did you just change outfits, like, magically? How did that happen? Sorry, did I just miss that? I blinked and he had a different outfit on. And why is the outfit like that? Why is that your neckline? Sir? New York! New York! Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. Turn on? It's not even a real bird? Okay. Oh my god, guys, it's a metaphor. Oh my god, you guys, it's a metaphor! The birds. They are in the how you say, the cage. The birds in the cage, they are a metaphor for well, the bird is an android, and Markus is also an android, and so the bird in the cage is a metaphor for the condition of the androids. They are, how you say, in the metaphorical cage of their oppression, how you say? The birds, they are in a cage, and this is also significant because I am David Cage. Unemployment's so high they even unemploying the damn canaries. That's so funny. My main inspiration for a New York City accent is from a character in an episode of Doctor Who from like 2007, who was a 20s New Yorker but played a Welsh woman, and she's so incredibly quotable. That sounds amazing. There's this way she says, New York City, top of the world. I know exactly what episode you are talking about. The accent was called. I kind of have to see that city of Doctor Who now. Wow. Existence is a prison. Is like my name. Okay, sorry, the game is like, stop doing accents and start playing the game. Play the game. Oh, what the? Why is it? Why are there babies on your friggin' chandelier, bro? Actually, wait. I think maybe the objective is upstairs. Yeah, no. I shall not be going to the objective at this time. Hello, Debbie Halliwell. Welcome. Oh, well, oh, thank you for rating, Debbie Halliwell. Debbie Halliwell is rating with a party of 10. Welcome, everyone, to the stream. You've just missed a pretty crazy time of me trying and failing to do David Cage French accent like several times, and initially I was kind of like sort of on French, and then I went Italian, and then we were doing some Italian American accents, and okay, wait, how do I? No, I didn't want to take the tray yet. God damn it. God damn it. No, I wanted to do other stuff. Stop following orders, Markus. Anyway, welcome to the stream. You're Italian, Debbie? Like Italian or Italian American? Because in that case, I'm very glad that you missed the part of the stream where I was doing the bad Italian accent. Italian Americans with love. I don't care as much about making fun of your accents. Italian? Phew, okay. Well, I'm glad you missed that then. But if it's any consolation, I was trying to make fun of a French accent, and then I just was doing a very bad job, and then I sounded Italian. But it is what it is. Checkmate in 3 moves for silver. What is this chess set? Okay. Can I do anything with that? No. Surprise, the Italian-American accent is just a Brooklyn accent. Yeah. That's my understanding of the situation. Are there even Italian-Americans in other parts of the country? That's what I'm asking. Because based on, like, I live in the UK, so based on what I know about Italian-Americans, which is entirely from the media, they all sound like they're on The Sopranos. Have a good stream. I have to go because it's pretty late for me. No problem, Debbie Halliwell. Thank you so much for the raid and for popping by. Really, really appreciate it. Colonizer ass house. You're so right, Lotus. It is a colonizer ass house. New Jersey famously has the largest exports of Italian-American college students. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Let's do some reading. Frozen Treasures, the North Pole, and why Russia wants it. Oh, God. Bonus culture, why bankers pay themselves so much. Is President Warren too close to cyberlife? Oh my God, Elizabeth Warren? Is that you? In 2038, Elizabeth Warren is president. It's actually not Hillary Clinton, it's Elizabeth Warren. And I mean, that's not like tons better, but, you know. Russia's interest in the North Pole has intensified with the recent discovery of precious minerals trapped in the frozen ice, many of which are used in synthesizing therium. Android manufacture increasingly dominates both US and Russian economies, but this isn't just about GDP. Surplus therium reserves would allow either nation to experiment in more advanced Android models, enhancing their military and industrial output tremendously. Why is the Cold War still happening, I guess? Add to this the strategic importance of the region, which connects Russia with Europe through Norway and Denmark, Greenland, as well as Canada, and the prospect of a peaceful resolution to the dispute starts to seem unlikely. But a spokesperson for NATO, okay, so we still have NATO, great, is more optimistic. Both nations stand to benefit from a stable, productive Arctic region. A conflict would benefit nobody. President Warren, however, recently torpedoed the notion. It's simple. Russia has no business in the Arctic. If the Kremlin doesn't understand that, we will make them understand. Frozen ice as opposed to melted ice. That's funny. Life found on Titan. Evidence for alien life grows. President Warren to make state visit to United Kingdom. Oh god, what's going on in the UK? NATO Security Council divided over Arctic dispute. Well, we already know that. The Darwin probe, which left exactly 19 years ago to probe the surface of Titan's methane ice, has just confirmed the presence of microorganisms living hundreds of kilometers below the surface, in an ocean of salt water protected by a thick layer of ice. After similar microbial matter was found on Enceladus, I don't know how to say that, another satellite of Saturn, it seems increasingly possible that life is common in the universe. Fancy that. A NASA spokesman responded to this story. The grammar of that sentence threw me, sorry, has stated, the latest in a series of pointers to life on other planets. Our android expedition to Io is one among many such voyages that carry a prime objective of uncovering extraterrestrial life forms. Jason Graff, director of humanization at CyberLife, said the company was committed to its partnership with NASA. Our spacefaring androids are specially designed, to function on long-range missions of this kind, and we are proud to have our models at the frontier of human exploration. Damn, she old. Yeah, Elizabeth Warren, she old. They always old, you know? Damn, this happened to be my buddy Mickey 17. Oh, Charlotte, I haven't talked to you since I watched Mickey 17. But I'm sorry, that film was pretty liberal. It was pretty liberal. The whole final act of that movie really pissed me off. It was a fun watch, and I'd recommend it, but it was pretty, in the end, it was pretty lib. But it was one of the better sci-fi movies I've seen in a long time, and I did really enjoy it. But the whole final act, I was like, ah! A quote touching a colon, and then a space, and then another quote. Yeah, it was formatted weird. It was formatted weird. You're right. Oh, stop. I pressed R2 thinking I was playing Heavy Rain again. Yeah, I did see it. I forgot to mention that I saw it. But I did see it. Yeah, this really is a colonizer ass house, isn't it? Fuck me. I can't really read a lot of those titles, so that's useless. That's a giraffe. Stuffed and mounted in your house. Okay. I'm gonna try and play the piano, I guess. How do I do that? Marcus, do you wanna, what button is that? What button is that, Marcus? What button is that? Oh, sorry, Marcus, this isn't your fault. David Cage, what button is that? What fucking button is that? Oh my god. Croft Manor? Yeah, it is giving Croft Manor, you're so right. Fucking hell. Look at this. Look at this shit. I was thinking about it more after and was like, maybe shit lib nonsense happened here. Yeah, it definitely did. It definitely did. It's a shame. It's a shame that it did, because there was a lot to like about that movie, but yeah. The touchpad and the... Oh, you just tap the touch... How was I supposed... Sorry, I'm not yelling at you, Lalan. I'm yelling at David Cage. I want that known. How was I supposed to know that? That wasn't clear. I want to be so clear that none of this is Marcus's fault. I'm never mad at Marcus. I'm always mad at David Cage. Also, fuck Carl, but as a painter, his studio makes me drool. Yeah, I mean, obviously, because he's a rich-ass motherfucker. Clean. Okay, whatever. I wanted to try the piano, so I'm just gonna go do that in a second. Also, like, Jessie Williams is so pretty. Like, period, point blank. That's my lesbian opinion. But why is this shirt? I hate this shirt. I hate it. It's like, and the design is like that stupid, like, sci-fi costume design that I'm just like, just let people wear normal clothes. Why does his shirt look like that? Bong Joon-ho, girl, you know better than this. Yeah, facts. You know, love and support you, Bong Joon-ho, and expect more from you. I do need to watch some of his other movies, because I've only seen... I mean, I loved Parasite, of course, but Mickey 17 was the only other film of his I'd seen. I know Snowpiercer is Bong Joon-ho. I'm not sure what else. Okay, yeah, I think I've explored all of this well enough, so I guess... Oh wait, do I have to take Carla's tray? Or... The tray disappeared, huh? Can't stop thinking about Jessie Williams on that Instagram live while one of his fans was pretending there was an intruder in his house. What? I don't know about this. He is pretty. That's another lesbian in the chat saying that Jessie Williams is pretty, so you know it's a fact at this point. What are you gonna do? In Grey's Anatomy, everyone's always acting like that one guy is like the pretty guy, and I'm like, but Jessie Williams is right here. Like, why doesn't everyone think that Jessie Williams is the hot guy? And then I'm like, racism. That's why. Okja, that's right. Okja is Bong Joon-ho. I need to see that as well. Oh, that giraffe has very sad eyes. The entire house is like, wow, imagine being disabled and rich. Must be nice. So true.
Good morning, Carl.
Good morning.
It's 10 a.m. The weather is partly cloudy, 54 degrees, 80% humidity with a strong possibility of afternoon showers.
It sounds like a good day to spend in bed.
True, but to be fair, no one will go to bat for an ugly man like a lesbian. Not this lesbian. Listen, I am confident. I'm so fucking confident in my taste in men. If I think a man is pretty, I'm like, I know he's pretty. Like, I'm not trying to sound like arrogant or something, but my radar is pretty. Like, sometimes I see other lesbians going to bat for a man, and I'm like, you guys are losers. I'm not like you guys. I'm not like other lesbians. Sorry.
Oh, yes, I've forgotten. That is the difference between you and me, right, Marcus? You never forget anything.
Sure, okay. Yeah, okay, we're gonna have a lot of Carl being a fucking freak derogatory, so get ready for that. Oh, please. Walton Goggins, you guys grow up. Everyone's obsession with
Your
Walton
arm,
Goggins, I
please,
do
Carl.
not get.
No.
Carl. Thank you.
I just opened my eyes and I'm already gritting my teeth. Humans are such a fragile machine. They break down so quickly. All this effort to keep them going. Hey, what happened to your clothes?
Oh, it's nothing. Just some demonstrators in the street, Carl.
What a bunch of idiots. They think they can stop progress by roughing up a few androids?
Okay, so...
I hope they didn't harm you.
Oh, no. They just pushed me around, Carl. I'm fine.
So Carl is a neoliberal, is what I gauged from that.
I'll take you to the bathroom now.
They think they can stop progress was a very charged thing for him to say. We need to stop whatever the fuck is going on with Walton Goggins and Joyous. You guys are so right. And also, yes, I was like, oh, right, he got beat up. That's why his clothes supposedly look like that. Oh, I love it when this happens in a David Cage game. Like, the animation stops halfway through. It's so awkward. I love it. I've mostly seen Walton Goggins in the Fallout series, and he's in White Lotus, isn't he? But I haven't actually seen White Lotus yet. Take Carl to the
Anything
dining
special
table.
on the agenda today?
Yes, there's the opening of your retrospective at the Museum of Modern Art. The gallery director left 4 messages asking to confirm your attendance.
I haven't decided yet. We'll see about that later.
Okay.
What else?
Just your usual fan mail. I've already answered.
Sorry, the controls are kind of awkward. I'm not just,
Any news from Leo?
No, Carl. I can call him if you like.
No. No, don't bother.
Also, love the heavy-handed. Human bodies are machines. So maybe humans and androids aren't so different after all. It's just that the human machine is more fallible than the machine. Because the machine is a machine, and the human machine is a human machine. They chose Walton Goggins to play a ghoul with his nose missing for a reason, and that's all I'm saying. Honestly, I think that he's hotter as a ghoul with a nose missing than he is without all that. And I'm not even someone who, like, thinks the ghoul is hot, because... And I mean, maybe if the ghoul was a lady ghoul, but also he just has a rancid personality and he's a man, so what are you gonna do? People love an ugly man
Markus,
with
I'm waiting.
a rancid personality,
Sorry,
don't
Carl.
they?
I'm coming.
Oh, shut up, Carl. Shut the fuck up, Carl. Don't you speak to him like that.
So, shall we go?
I'm trying, buddy. Okay, I guess it's this one.
I'm starving.
Well, your breakfast is ready. Bacon and eggs, just the way you like them.
Thank you, Markus.
You're welcome.
This is so crazy because I know I started saying it before, but like in this situation, like Markus is a live-in, exploited, unpaid domestic servant. He's a carer, he does domestic labor, just like Kara. But Markus is all of this for a rich white man, and the rich white man is presented as this like progressive, like benevolent, like nice slave owner as opposed to Todd, who is like poor and he uses drugs and he's dirty and he's abusive, and it's it's a whole thing. I think it's a real issue. It's a real issue.
Television.
Tensions continue to rise in the Arctic since Russia unilaterally declared the region part of its national territory. Several Russian warships have taken
Why are we restarting the Cold War? Like, what's
the
happening?
Russian flag now flies over the ice. The Russian president repeated in a speech to the
I mean, not that.
Why don't you find something to do while I finish my breakfast?
Sure. Okay, Carl.
the American ambassador again informed an emergency
Not that it like totally like ended per se, but you know what I mean. Find something to do. Okay. Carer. Now say that in a French accent. And what's that sound like? That's right. Carer. It's all connected. It's all connected. That's what an observation, Lot. Is incredible. Do we have an actual disability for this guy, or is he just man in a wheelchair that is never given any further attention? I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe we won't. Let's keep an eye out. Well, now I gotta play New Vegas. New Vegas is great. I love New Vegas. There are plenty of Lady Ghouls in New Vegas. At some point, I would really like to stream New Vegas. I think that would be fun. I actually, you know what's kind of crazy is that I love New Vegas, but I've actually never finished it because I got really close to finishing it and then I couldn't decide what I wanted to do for the ending. So I think I need to go back to my old save file and commit to finishing it and just choosing one of the endings so that I can see that ending, just to see it, and then maybe sometime I'll stream it and I'll try to get a different ending. I know it's quite a big game, so maybe at some point if I have like more time to invest and to chill out and play it with you guys, I think that would be fun. I think there's like loads to talk about with the Fallout series in general, and if I was going to stream one Fallout game for the channel, it would absolutely be New Vegas. Although it's worth saying, I know that so Bethesda is one of the companies that's on the BDS list. I think that I could probably get it second hand because I think that in the past I like streamed it on PS Now, but I don't think I would want to do that because I think that would be like crossing a picket line. Whereas like I think if I got like a pre-bought version from CEX, then that's not like giving money to, that's not like giving new money to the parent company. It's just giving money to CEX. So I'll just have to figure that out because I don't want to cross a picket line. But yeah, I think he got hit by a car and needs the wheelchair, and then now there are other health complications. Indeed, we shall confirm that shortly.
American destroyers are reported to be headed for the Barents Sea. Douglas Cornwall, chairman of the UN, announced at a press conference that we have never been so close to a third world.
I'm not sure if New Vegas is available on
To promptly renew talks before things get out of control.
Television off. Mankind is so depressing. Nothing but greed, stupidity, and violence. 5,000 years of civilization just to get to where we are.
Okay. Carl thinks he's deep. I want to play the piano. I think that would be nice. Okay, the piano brand being Quantic is cute, I will admit. I do like that. Yeah, let's play the piano. I do love stuff like that. I agree. Melancholic, hopeful, intimate, or enigmatic. Lol. Intimate feels weird. Enigmatic doesn't really mean anything. Hopeful, I don't know. Not feeling very hopeful. So, about his situation and stuff like that at this stage in the game, the story. So I'm gonna go for melancholic, I guess. That was an abrupt ending.
Something has changed in the way you play. Sometimes I think you have more humanity than most humans. One day I won't be here to take care of you anymore. You'll have to protect yourself and make your choices. Decide who you are and want to become.
Oh my god, shut up, Carl.
This world doesn't like those who are different, Marcus.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
let
Yeah,
anyone
you would
tell
know all about that,
should
wouldn't you,
be.
Carl? Ugh.
Let's go to the studio.
Carl in his colonizer house, he would know all about that. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? You don't take care of him. He takes care of you. He's literally your carer. He's your fucking domestic servant. Why are you such a fucking weirdo? I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. Okay, sorry, going back in chat. The way addicts are portrayed in this game is not great. Yeah, it's a fair point, Faye. At this point, you can tap it as fast as you want. Yeah, that was not... That could have been explained clearer by the game. Took me a second to realize that. David Prometheus Core. Playing piano for his benevolent disabled owner who is richer than God. The camera just panning to Marcus's blank stare whenever Carl talks to him about how he's secretly alive is so funny. I see huge mans but no manatee. I'm not quite sure I get the joke, Dog Party Guy, but welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. Is the guy Lance Henrik from Alien? It is Lance Henriksen from Alien. It's all coming together. Everyone's in this game. Take Carl to studio. Can I not do that? Can I run away and never see Carl ever again? I see humans, but no humanity.
Let's see where we left off. Remove the sheet.
Oh, is that the quote from Before the Storm on the train? Ah, I get you. I see. Mans but no manatee. That's funny. It is such a, like, edgy teenager philosophy quote, though. I'm so sorry, guys. I see humans, but no humanity. Remove sheet, I guess. Is the screen still on pause? It is not. Sorry, it might be frozen on your end. Okay.
So, what's your verdict, Marcus?
Shit.
I'm not a very good judge. I don't think it's your best work.
The truth is, I have nothing left to say anymore.
I don't think you have anything to
Each
say
day that
at
goes
all in
by
general.
brings me closer to the end. I'm just an old man clinging to his brushes.
Carl.
Yeah.
But enough about me. Let's see if you have any talent. Give it a try. Try painting something.
Oh my god, you guys.
Paint? What would I... Painting what?
Anything you want. Give it a try.
It's all about how the android is alive, is human, is human, and to be human is to create the art, and the art is what it makes us truly human, and so. This character, this Carl, is showing Markus that he can he's truly human. This game, it is super it's so pretentious and it takes itself so seriously, but it's so like badly written and like two-dimensional. It's crazy! Ooh, hold on. Find a subject to paint. Sure, okay. I shall not be painting Carl's painting. Paint the statue or paint the desk. I think I'd like to paint the statue.
It's not a good French accent. I know, and I never claimed that it was a good French accent. Don't worry.
That is a
about
perfect copy of reality.
Yeah, what matters is that it's
Painting
a good mock French accent. So that's all I want out of this. I don't do good accents. I've never done a good accent in my life, okay? All I want is to do bad accents.
Replicating the world, it's about interpreting, improving on it, showing something you see.
Carl, I don't think I can do that. It's not in my program.
Go on, go. Try it. Grab that canvas. Do something for me. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Trust me.
Press X to close eyes.
Try to imagine something that doesn't exist, something you've never seen. Now concentrate on how it makes you feel, and let your hand drift across the canvas.
Jason! Androids or humanity or identity?
Because he is torn between the identity of the android and the humanity, because he is of the two cultures. It is another metaphor about racism. It's about racism. It's about how you are torn between two cultures.
Where's press X to paint a mango tree? Where's press X to paint the mango tree from my great grandmother's garden? The music is like, oh, this is so emotional. Sorry. Oh, it's just so funny. Androids, I guess. How do I paint something about the mango juice that runs through my veins? Press X to paint a Rupi Kaur poem.
God.
Hey, Dad.
Leo. I didn't hear you come in.
Oh, I was in the neighborhood. I thought I'd stop by. It's been a while, right?
You all right? You don't look so good.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
Sorry, I'm gonna add...
Hey, listen, I need some cash, Dad.
Identity / mixed race to the clumsy racism metaphors list.
It just goes, you know?
Yeah, you're on it again, aren't you?
No, I swear it's not that.
No, don't lie to me, Leo.
What difference does it make? I just need some cash, that's all.
Sorry. The answer's no.
What? Why?
You know why.
Yeah, I think I do know why. You'd rather take care of your plastic toy here than your own son, right? Tell me, Dad, what's he got
I can't
that I don't?
stress this enough.
Smarter?
Marcus takes care of Carl.
Not like me, right?
Not the other way around.
You know what? This thing is not your son. It's a fucking machine!
Leo, that's enough. Enough.
You don't care about anything except yourself and your goddamn paintings. You've never loved anyone.
Oh, hi,
You
Layla.
never loved me, Dad. You never loved me.
You never loved me, Dad. Dad. Crawling in my skin, these wounds, they will not heal. Wow, this is so paint by numbers. This guy is an addict. Terrible writing. Absolutely correct. Oh, it's a metaphor. I get it now. Cage, you're a genius, and a subtle one. Truly he is. David Cage needs to drop some mixed girl spoken word. I je suis David Cage. I was fascinated to explore how difficult it is to be trapped between two worlds. 100%. Wow, terrible writing in a David Cage game. Who would have thought? Honestly, I didn't think that the painting was that deep either. Like, I think that there's way more interesting things that you could get from, like, android and pain, but instead it's literally just an android screaming in pain. Okay, the painter. Creative. Detroit rules. Okay, maybe I'll do... I'm feeling okay for now, so keep playing for a while. It's no shades of color. I know, he really ate with that, actually. Shades of color. No androids allowed! Oh my god, okay, wait. So, this is, sorry, it's another clumsy race metaphor, So, we got Holocaust / Nazis. We got transatlantic slave trade, migrant labor, civil rights, Jim Crow, mixed race, torn identity, and now... So, you could technically still put this under Jim Crow, but what this is also giving is, no blacks, no dogs, no Irish. So, I'm writing it down. That's 7. That's 7 clumsy race metaphors right now. We're on 7, you guys. Find Lieutenant Anderson. Okay, it's time for some interracial yaoi, and by interracial I mean android and human, but they're both white men. Is this the scene that made Disney decide they should make a Star Wars game? Because they do not let droids into the bars in Star Wars. Makes you think. Oh my god, wow, didn't know that. Wow, I didn't realize that droids were experiencing racial oppression as well. No blacks, no dogs, no Irish. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's 7 metaphors, you guys. That's 7 clumsy race metaphors. Does anyone want to bet on how many we'll get by the end of the game? Just like place a number bet. Could stay at 7, could be more. I shouldn't allow the Star Wars part of my brain to be activated, but canonically, every droid in Star Wars is a sentient actual slave. No, that's fine. I don't really know much Star Wars lore. I haven't really watched any Star Wars in a long time, so I appreciate the information. Here we are in future Two Whales.
The fuck you looking at?
You gotta get a girlfriend, pal.
I know which one is Lieutenant Anderson, but I can't talk to him yet, so. Faye is betting 9. Okay. Okay. If anyone's got any other bets, then let me know. We're betting on how many clumsy race metaphors we're going to total by the end of the game. We're currently at 7. I don't have a number to guess, but can we agree that Kara's bad end should count as like 12 by itself? I've actually never seen Kara's bad end, so it's that bad. I might actually like go down the pipeline of like replaying, watching some content, getting some other endings. 31% unemployment rate. When will it stop? Oh, it's bad. Oh fuck. Okay. Aeon says I think it would be 12, more than 12 even. Okay. So we've got 1 bet on 9 from Faye and 1 bet on 12 from Aeon. Oh, Jesus Christ. Kara's bad ending technically fits under the Nazi stuff? Jesus Christ. Okay. Alright. I think I've scanned everybody's face. Have I not? Also, the bar said no blacks, no dogs, no Irish, but then I, perhaps a dog, perhaps black, perhaps Irish, at least metaphorically, walk into this bar, clearly either a dog or black or Irish, and yet nobody has picked up on that.
Lieutenant Anderson, my name is Conor. I'm the android sent by Sara. I looked for you at the station, but nobody knew where you were. They said you were probably having a drink nearby. I was lucky to find you at the 5th bar.
What do you want?
You were assigned a case early this evening. A homicide involving a CyberLife android. In accordance with procedure, the company has allocated a specialized model to assist investigators.
Well, I don't need any assistance. Especially not from a plastic asshole like you. So just be a good little robot and get the fuck out.
Wow, dude, you never heard that life in plastic is fantastic? I don't like him, so...
Lieutenant Anderson, I must inform you that I intend to file a report on your behavior.
Fuck this guy, and also they're all cops, so who cares?
I'm I'm sorry, Lieutenant, but I must insist. My instructions stipulate that I have to accompany you.
You know where you can stick your instructions?
No. Where?
Never mind.
I think we can go now.
You little prick. I don't know what's stopping me from knocking you out.
Your sense of duty, Lieutenant. And the cost of repairs if you damage me. For your information, I'm worth a small fortune.
Okay, worth noting that
They can even program assholes these
Conor
days.
is an expensive android.
Gotta go. Duty calls.
Probably so is Markus, but it's uncertain because he is a domestic servant, and Sara is like clearly a cheap android, and she's a domestic servant model. I have to check the model numbers to try and build a narrative, but... Sorry, quickly catching up with chat. I'm going through Rupi Kaur's poetry and I keep hearing David Gage reciting them. I think that's hilarious. And I love that for you. Exactly one random bark that goes, an android. What the hell? Get well back to my beer. Yeah, I mean, I would spill Hank's beans if I could. I bit into his candy-coated art and found the core was rotten. I have to say, I get why people don't, but playing Conor as an absolute square is so deeply funny. Yeah, I think that that's kind of going to be the vibe I go for in this playthrough, because I think it's funny, and also they are cops, so he's a cop, and Hank is a cop. So I think that them being mean and hostile to each other is going to be a fun situation for me.
You wait here. I won't be long.
No way. I'm coming with you.
Listen, you really have to stop pissing me off if you want to make it through the rest of the night in one piece.
Conflicting orders, selecting priority. Follow Lieutenant Anderson.
Josh Douglas for Channel 16. Can you confirm that this is a homicide?
I'm not confirming anything.
Markus is definitely uber expensive as well. That's interesting to me because are there like cheaper and more expensive versions of like domestic labor?
Androids are not permitted beyond this point.
It's
Robots.
with me. You don't talk, you don't touch anything, and you stay out of my way. Got it?
Got it.
Evening, Hank. We were starting to think you weren't gonna show.
Yeah, that was the plan until this asshole found me.
So, you got yourself an android, huh?
Oh, very funny. Just tell me what happened.
We got a caller on from the landlord. Tenant had...
Something, maybe more expensive androids have masculine appearances, something, says Charlotte. That's a super interesting possibility, that, like, there are different levels, and that, like, I don't know, maybe, like, some male androids are more expensive, or, like, you know, male-presenting androids are more expensive than female androids. That could be a possibility. We shall see. We shall see. There are different levels of them, but also, without spoiling anything, Markus is custom. Okay.
paid his rent for a few months, so he thought he'd drop by, see what was going on. That's when he found the body.
I mean, I'll definitely also say that this is the most interesting David Cage game there is, because I think that Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls are kind of like pretty boring Like, they don't really have, they're not trying to say anything interesting, they're not trying to do anything interesting. They're just, you know, at least with this game there is like a lot to talk about, and there are interesting elements to it, and yeah, it undoubtedly it's their best. I would agree with that for sure. Lotus.
All the windows were boarded up. The killer must have gone out the back way.
Yeah.
What do we
Listen to briefing and then review evidence.
know about his android?
Not much. The neighbors confirmed he had one, but it wasn't here when we arrived.
Layla, you're in front of the camera again, Layla. Sorry, not the camera, the screen. Could you sit down? Could you sit down so I can see my video game? Could you please sit down so I can play my video game? Could you please sit down so I can play my video game? Kind of like the how you say, the gender pay gap, oui. Oh, you can hear her purring. She's right next to the microphone right now, so I'm glad that you guys can hear her purring. She is very sweet, and she does want to cuddle a lot, and I can't fault her for that. I enjoy it. She keeps me company, like when I work from home and when I stream and stuff, and I genuinely really appreciate it. But sometimes I can't see the screen, Layla.
Gotta get some air. Make yourself at home. I'll be outside if you need me.
She has become very affectionate, and like, no fingerprints android involvement. And it feels like really special because she's a very anxious, very nervous cat. Like, she's a rescue.
Oh, Jesus, what the hell are you doing?
I'm analyzing the blood. I can check samples in real time. I'm sorry. I should have warned you.
Okay, just don't put any more evidence in your mouth, you got it?
Got it.
Fucking hell, I can't believe this shit.
Dried blood on a knife, who would have thought? Yeah, she's a rescue, she's really anxious, and she's gotten a lot more comfortable since adopting her, which is late December that we adopted her, I think.
Perfect. Way too neat, no human
and it
rights
feels
like
really
this.
special, like it does. It feels really special that she's, like, trusts me and wants to come hang out and cuddle and...
Chris, is this written in the victim's blood?
Okay, so the
I would
same
say so.
drugs that
We're taking
Todd
samples for
is
analysis.
using are here as well. Red ice has been... What is that stuff? Like, are you snorting it? Are they snorting it? Is that how they do it? Like, what kind of a drug is it? I don't understand. Carlos Ortiz. Stabbed 28 times. Victim fell here. Okie dokie. Victim was stabbed. Yeah, gathered. They came from the kitchen. Nice! 28 stab wounds!
He was stabbed 28 times.
Yeah. Seems like the killer really had it in for him. Red ice. Seems our friend Carlos liked to party. Chris,
Such a classic
I want full analysis on the
crime
narcotics.
drama line. Looks like our friend Carlos liked to party.
Consider it done, Lieutenant.
Because he was doing drugs. There are absolutely exceptions to this, but the more expensive luxury androids tend to be paler as well.
Hey, Mike, you
Interesting. I'll keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, that's it.
I've never seen the 28 stab wounds meme, actually. I wonder if David Cage intentionally referred to a meme in this game. I don't know if he's that kind of guy, but I feel like I could see it. I am alive. Regular letters, font, cyberlife sounds. The Detroit Become Human meme of craze of 2018. Damn, you guys are gonna have to show me some of those in the Discord server so that I can experience it. That's one thing to keep your eye out for as the game goes on. Android models. You can definitely see other Karas anytime there are other androids around. Wait, those cubs. Those are Whataburger cubs. What is David Cage trying to say if there could be a Whataburger cub
He's on his way.
in Detroit in 2018? What's Whataburger? Genuine question. Cyberlife Sands. That is a bit funny.
Come on, guys, get a move on.
Cyberlife Sands is perfect, says Lotus. No notes. Did the android kill him? Yeah, it seems that way.
Be here all night.
Don't worry. No one wants to stay here a minute longer than they have to.
This is like a reverse hate crime. I know they haven't come up with a term for that yet, but like, you know, when enslaved people killed slave masters, or like shit like that. I mean, I guess you could just say justice was served. Gossips Weekly. Android sex is officially better. Sorry ladies, but plastic can't be beat. Judy Hewitt shows off her new beach bod. Mark Water and Nancy Rice step out together. The result of our survey is in, and it's official. 68% of men prefer sex with an android to a real woman. Okay, but what did women say? And with 52% of men saying they've tried the experience at least once, that's a lot of android love to go around. There were a few reasons given for this preference, but we think we know the real reason. Androids don't want to talk about their feelings afterwards. The story was sponsored by Eden Club. Discretion is our middle name. Okay, that's disturbing. That's disturbing. So, that's disturbing. There's a few levels to that being disturbing. But something that's jumping out to me is that, you know, always a red flag to me when people talk about sexual preference with regards to race, right? So the language of preference for androids is terrible, but also these men are literally saying that they want to have sex with an android because they just want a sex robot. They want to have sex with an object, they want to have sex with someone who doesn't think, feel, and can't say no. So that's disturbing. But, you know, what's new? What I want to know is how many women are having sex with androids. That's what I want to know. And what are the reasons why women would have sex with androids? And how might they be different to the reasons why men have sex with androids? That's what I want to know. But also, this is a sponsored article by what I'm assuming is a strip club or a sex club. that, like, exploits androids for sexual labor. So this isn't a race metaphor, so I can't add it to the list, but we do have sexual labor as well. So that's another thing that's going on. That's great. Is your android spying on you? CyberLife could be using its androids to collect private information. Zero gravity subway to connect NYC and DC in 45 minutes. More and more experts are suggesting that CyberLife uses its 120 million androids to record details of private conversations of its customers and sell them to trading partners. Ever talked about buying that new car while eating dinner with your partner? CyberLife could use that information for targeted advertising. The information goldmine doesn't stop there. Everything from personal indiscretions to political affiliations could easily be extracted and potentially used for nefarious purposes. The spate of reports linking Warren's presidency to CyberLife only deepens such concerns. Several consumer rights organizations have requested that CyberLife disclose the information it gathers and who it sells that information to, but the company has always refused. Requests for a formal inquiry have gone unanswered so far. And what about non-binary people? Yes. That is also an interesting question. I think it's a much more complex question because non-binary is such a wide range of people, but it's definitely an important and interesting question that it would be good to see more about. But I guess that the article being an advertisement is an interesting aspect of why it might be framed in that way. Okay, I read it, so... This is why there are so many 200 IQ they didn't mean that shit moments in the game, because, like, it being a survey as well as a sponsored article by an Android sex club, that time, they meant it! You're so right, Lotus. It's actually a crazy... Like, playing this game is so crazy. It's such a crazy experience. Because... Again, I would say, compared to the other Quantic Dream games, this one, there's some interesting things going on. There are. Okay, I've read it, so why isn't this logging as read? Okay, anyway. Whatever, let's move on to the other stuff. Kitchen knife missing, murder weapon taken from here. My question is, was the android that killed him, like, his servant? Just tapped back in to see android sex officially better. Video games! Welcome back, Gazebo kids. What a time to be alive. Interesting that the sponsored article is in a magazine clearly aimed at women. Like, what do they benefit from advertising the club to women if men are the ones who prefer sex with androids? It's an interesting point, Charlotte. Because it's like a gossip magazine. No, you make a really interesting point. I think maybe Lotus, that's a hole in your IQ 200 moment. So sorry. Deviant was attacked. Okay, so self-defense. Which, you know, even if it wasn't self-defense, I would have been like justified, dude. Like, well and truly justified. In general, I feel like those magazines and sometimes the TV news are fairly well written. Yeah, they're not bad, you know? It's like decent, interesting, environmental, like world building. Conor, where'd you go? Conor! I think you can also search the bathroom. Okay. Looking for the bathroom. Anybody know what a bathroom is? I thought it was around the corner, but then the game wouldn't let me change the camera angle. David Cage. What are we gonna do with you, David? That's back the way it came. Oh my god, Conor! There we go. I actually will yell at Conor. I actually will blame Conor for stuff, because he sucks. There we go. That's one thing I'm curious about, because it's supposed to be a general entertainment magazine, but they called it Gossips Weekly. Oh, interesting. I mean, I think because it's got the stuff about famous persons' body secrets, etc., so to me that's giving women's entertainment. Interesting. Okay. Obsessive writing! Oh my god. He's having a mental break. And writing obsessively. Again, this is giving that one, like, really terrible scene from Heavy Rain with the, like, religious offering. That one terrible scene in Heavy Rain with the, like, random Christian guy who they try to, like, have as a red herring, because he's got, like, a bunch of crucifixes and shit in his apartment, but he's literally just some guy chilling. And it's like, oh, he's crazy! He's crazy because there are crucifixes everywhere! And that dude is just living his life like he is. And then the police go into his apartment and, like, beat him up and harass him just because he's got some crucifixes about. Like, so what? He's a maximalist. He likes to decorate. Like, why are people holding that against him?
Lieutenant, I think I figured out what happened.
Oh, yeah?
For sure. I just think the name makes it seem so tabloidy instead of, like, Entertainment Weekly, although I guess I should mention that there are male sex androids also, and the club is co-ed. Yeah, but but interestingly, the article is still, like, focused on statistics about men, which would be a weird contribution to a woman-targeted entertainment magazine. But I think probably what we're identifying, guys, is that was, like, a bit not thought through. Or a bit, like, clumsily done. God forbid a bitch be Catholic and put some crucifixes up. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Shoot,
God
I'm
forbid
all ears.
a bitch be Catholic.
It all started in the kitchen.
There are obvious signs of a struggle. The question is, what exactly happened here?
I think the victim attacked the android with the bat.
That lines up with the evidence. Go on.
The android stabbed the victim.
So the android was trying to defend itself, right? Okay, then what happened?
The victim fled to the living room.
And he tried to get away from the android. All right, that makes sense.
The android murdered the victim with the knife.
Okay. Your theory's not totally ridiculous. But it doesn't tell us where the android went.
It was damaged by the bat and lost some therium.
Lost some what?
Therium. You call it blue blood. It's the fluid that powers androids' biocomponents. It evaporates after a few hours and becomes invisible to the naked eye.
Oh. But I bet you can still see it, can't you?
Correct.
Yeah.
Find deviant. Search for blue blood traces. A bit not thought through, or they said, hey guys, the game comes out in 6 months and we gotta cut some stuff, so there's only 3 magazines. This article is gonna be in Gossips Weekly. That's entirely possible as well. Great news, guys. This gazebo person just finished their shift. Yay! I'm so glad to hear that. I hope that work was okay. And I hope that you have some time to chill now. Okay. Search for blue blood traces. Let's do it. Okay, unfortunately, I don't think that we're gonna get any, but we all bleed the same color in this game with clumsy race metaphors, because they actually literally don't bleed the same color. They actually literally bleed different colors. So, that's a bright side to the situation. Worst shifts to be had. Just got to write about a bunch of indies. Never a bad thing. That's great. Traces lead to the attic. Find something to climb. I don't want to catch him. Chair. Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing with that chair?
I'm going to check something.
Gonna check something.
I seem to remember a sticker saying we don't bleed the same color. Wow, they really flipped it on its head. I'm glad y'all are at RPS. I like that site, but they need to rebuild their stable. Oh yeah, 2 gazebo kids. Ho ho ho, our blood is not the same color, but we are the same. So true, David Cage. Really enjoying seeing the ways that you're trying to type out a French accent. Sorry, before shit goes down. Did I also figure out how to emulate Japanese feature phone games while I should have been working? Maybe, we should say. Well, that's time theft, and we always support time theft here. With RPS losing like 3 long-term staffers in recent years and not replacing them, not ideal. Yeah, that sucks. Games journalism, huh? Also, if anyone in the chat has not seen the movie Companion, I would definitely check it out.
I was just defending myself. I'm begging you. Don't tell him.
Connor, what the fuck is going on up there?
It's here, Lieutenant!
Oh, shit. Chris, Ben, get your asses in here now! Come on!
Thought I was gonna be able to maybe let him go. It's a shame. The fact that they don't give you a choice here is absolute buns. Yeah, I thought that they were gonna give me a choice there, which is... But I think it kind of makes... I'm gonna give credit of, like, I think that makes sense narratively at this point, because Conor is, like very following orders. And that's, like, where he is at as a character. Boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I figure out how to play games that are known for mostly being lost media on company time. Hell yeah. It kind of kicks ass though. Drama. You're not wrong, Lotus. I also love the feeling of the bait and switch, says Lotus. I can still remember first seeing it. Yeah, I think it works for sure. Charlotte says, I mean, it does seem in keeping with what little I know of Conor. Yeah. And Lalin says, I love when games remind you that the player character is not just you in a costume, but an entity in their own right. Yeah, it's an interesting point, Lalin. I think that, like, a lot of games can benefit from creating some kind of tension between, like, who a character is and what you as a player might want to do. And yeah, gotta give it credit. Gotta give it credit where it's due. I think this is a pretty solid moment of that. Pleased to report that I am almost finished knitting my first Palestinian keffiyeh sock. That is super exciting, Charlotte. Please share pictures in the Discord server when you're done. Would love to see that. For folks who don't know, maybe are joining us for the first time, I also realized that I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the stream, so I'm just going to mention it quickly now, but we are still raising money for medical aid for Palestinians, as usual. If you'd like to donate to our fundraiser, you can type in the command !Palestine in the chat, and that will bring up the link to our fundraiser. Every little helps. We're currently at £1,765.87, and our goal is £2,000. So we're kind of just over a couple £100 away from that. Really appreciate anything you can donate. You can share that link off screen as well, and you know, I think it's just constantly an important cause, isn't it? But especially since the kind of Israel's genocide in Gaza has kind of recommenced in full force, and things, it's devastating. We really appreciate it. It's one of the ways that we just try to do our little part to help, so we really appreciate the support. Sorry that I forgot to mention that at the beginning of the stream, but mentioning it now. And if you do donate, also please let me know that you donated in the chat so I can give you a shout out, because because of my audio setup, I will not hear the little ping. So I appreciate chat letting me know if someone donates so that I can give them a shout out and thank them for their donation. Alright, so getting back to it. Partners. That's the name of this scene. Okay, Conor and Henka wrote the scene. Okay, there's one thing I missed, looks like. Or, oh, that would have been a different route entirely. Interesting, okay. I guess there would have been a route where I didn't find the deviant.